Hi guys, Bill Dusty here, and today we're going to take a look at the Cessna 182 RC ready to fly model airplane. It comes with everything you need. It's got the radio controller, it's got two LiPo batteries here, 500 megaamp hour, 25C batteries. It's got the motor on it, the main motor is actually 3 motors, so that's kind of cool. It's got 3 propellers, 1 that you use, 2 extra. It's got a USB charger for it for your LiPo batteries, and it comes with a little Phillips screwdriver for the little screwing that you may need to do. We'll take a look at the back here real quick. This box, and as you can see from the back here, this controller is actually kind of standard with WLToys. I got this via WLToys, as you can see in the back here, via the Amazon.com website. Park10 Toys makes it otherwise, or distributes it otherwise. And you can kind of tell from the back here, it's a 3-channel little aircraft. The wing here, the main wing here, it has no controls on it. The 3 channels are the propellers, the motor here, and then you have, on the back here, you have the rudder, that's your 2nd channel, and then you have the elevators on the back here. And that'll do all the maneuvering and the throttle and all that for this aircraft here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take it out of the box. We're going to put it together, take a look at the parts, and then put it together. And then later on, not today, I'm going to do a different segment, but it's going to be in this same video. I'm going to take it for a spin out in the park, perhaps this weekend. So we'll take care of that as well. But for now, let's cut away to taking this out of the box and putting it all together. Okay, so I pulled this out of the box here, and you can tell from this layout here, it's got everything, pretty much everything you need. You know, we'll examine everything together. I did notice in a couple of reviews from a couple of years ago that this same Cessna 182 used to come in like a slimmer box and a slimmer styrofoam. It didn't come with 2 batteries. This comes with 2 batteries, and also I noticed it does come with a charger so that you can charge. It looks like more than one. You can charge both of these at the same time, which is kind of cool. I didn't realize it came with that. Thought you would have to charge these separately. But let's take a look at what is actually in the styrofoam here. And we'll go to the accessories first because they're easy enough to take out. Right here we have the 3 propellers. We have a screw right there. That little screw right there, that's going to be, I'm guessing, to screw on the main wing to the fuselage. That's that, and we got the landing gear in here as well, and that little Phillips screwdriver to take care of that job. And then over here in the far corner, we have the actual charger, which I'll get the tape off here, and this plugs into this, like so, and then the batteries, which I'll do later. I'll get one if I can get one off here. Holy smokes! Oh, that tape is an animal. And then you just charge the batteries by plugging them in here, like so. If I can see properly, you just plug it right in like that, and you plug that in, and then you can charge both at the same time, which is kind of cool. Not a huge fan of that tape there. It seems to take the attention label right off there. But nice. 3.7 volt, single cell, 500 megaamp hour, 25C, 2 of those. So that's cool. And what else we got here? The charger. This is a standard WLToys charger from what I can tell. I have an identical one like I mentioned for a little helicopter that I got from them. Here's your throttle. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The last time I owned an RC plane was about 14 years ago. I had a big one. It was I actually had two of them. One that I flew around quite a bit for very many years, and then one I had just bought, and I think I only flew it a couple of times before life intervened. But not in a bad way, just different interests. You know, life moves on. But it's been several years since I've flown an RC plane, so this should be pretty fun when I fly this little guy. And this is, by the way, this is a toy grade. This is not, you know, a hobby grade RC plane by any means. It's just a little toy that I'm going to have fun flying around. So that's the controller right there. This is actually on the back here. If I can manage to open it. If you get a different kind of situation here, if you pull out the back here, there's a cord that comes out, and then you can recharge your aircraft via this right here. But I don't see any of that in the back here. I don't see, this is all looks kind of empty here. So this is just going to be using 6 AA 1.5 volt batteries on the back there. And you don't need a screw or anything for that. It just pops right back on. And here's the wing of the little aircraft. This just slots right in underneath, and you got a single screw right there. Just take care of that situation. And then here is the fuselage of the aircraft. Right here, I got the instructions on the bottom. Yeah. So here is the fuselage, and you can see the flight controller in there. And up front here on the bottom, looks like the battery goes in this way. I'll read the instructions on that. I don't want to force anything, but it looks like you just put the battery in through the bottom here like that, and then the wing goes on top like that. There's the screw, there's a receiver for that, and on the back here, okay, that's your servo for the rudder, and down below is your servo for the elevator. That is that. We've got a motor up front, and let's go ahead and put this thing together real quick. Okay, and there's the little guy all assembled, and I was, of course, mistaken on the number of propellers. There's not just 3, there's 4, there's this, and then you get 3 spares, not 2 spares. So let's straighten that out. And here's this little guy assembled. This took probably, maybe 3 minutes to put all together. And that was only because I really had a hard time getting this right here to fit in, these wheels right here to get in. It was really they're really tight. So be careful when you do that. I want to make sure I didn't damage the styrofoam here. So I was pretty careful with that. But even so, it was really a tight fit. So be careful with that. This went in no problem. I might even want to. It seems like it's in there pretty firm. Having not read the instructions yet, I hope I put it in correctly, but it looks like that's the way it does go. So, boom. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay, so we got that together, and the only thing really that's left to do, it is ready to fly. I just screwed that in, no problem. Everything is working on. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm gonna charge up one of the batteries here, and then we'll test the motor to make sure the motor works okay, and then we'll take care of that. And then after that, the only thing we have left to do is take her for a little flight, which I'm not going to do today. However, I'm probably going to do it this weekend, and I'll include it in this video, and it will be like no time passed at all. Okay guys, I got the batteries all charged up here. They were partially charged already, so this took about probably 20 minutes to charge both of these on the charger here. However, reading the instructions that came with this, I do know that according to the manufacturer, the charge takes about 60 minutes for these, and also that you get about 25 minutes of flight time out of this plane, which you know how that goes with the manufacturers. If they say 25, I'm going to be happy with 15, okay? I think 15 would be about good with this. Anyway, moving on, I got the batteries here. I got batteries in the charger here, and I just wanted to show you, this is the charger for the Cessna. This is the charger for my helicopter I got, and as you can see, they're identical, okay, except for the this is a helicopter here, obviously, the V911, and here's a little plane. Now I just wanted to show you in the back here, this does have the charging cable on the back, and what you do is you plug this into this, and that's how you charge the batteries for the helicopter that go in the helicopter. Okay, so you got that for that, and you know, regular batteries here. I don't know really if you can put rechargeables in there. I've always used just alkaline batteries, so that's that. But I wanted to show that to you because this does not come with a the charging cable, as I showed you earlier. So that's that. But we'll put this aside, and we're going to go ahead and put the batteries in here. Oh, before I forget, I just wanted to mention this instruction manual sucks. It's half in English, half in Chinese. It's broken English, and to call it broken English is doing it a favor. It's really bad. Okay, the English is really bad. It doesn't really help you that much. I think the pictures are more instructional than the wording that goes along with them. And I can tell you, I wanted to figure out a couple of things. I wanted to make sure that I was, first of all, I want to make sure that I was putting the forward wheel in correctly, did it go forward or back, and the instruction manual is no help at all. It just shows a straight up picture and you can't really tell, but it looks to me like this is the way it should go, so that's the way I'm going to do it. That there. And then the battery compartment, I wasn't really sure. I didn't want to break the styrofoam around here. I wasn't really sure how, if that opened up, you know, easily or not. I didn't want to force it. That also is not explained in the instruction manual. It's not really a big deal though. I turn this down, and you just take your fingers here and you pop this out like so. You gotta kind of be forceful with it, but not too bad. It should just pop right out. There is no screw or anything, or excuse me, there is no hinge or anything. So it just comes out. So you know, you got this open like this, and then here is the connector for the battery. Now there's no on-off switch, so as soon as you connect the battery, this thing is going to be on. Okay, so don't plug it in until you're ready to fly this thing, and also when you're done flying this thing, remember to take the battery out and unplug it, otherwise it's going to continue to drain. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this, put the battery in here, and then we'll turn on the transmitter here, and then we'll see how things go. Tuck this in here, and we'll put the cover back on. As you can see, there's I don't know if you can tell, there's a little flashing light in there. Spin this around. Oh, also the little screwdriver thingy for the Phillips, there's a little Phillips screw right here. You should probably be aware of that, and maybe occasionally check it to make sure it's tight, otherwise that screw might pop out and you lose it. So that's that right there. Okay, I'm going to turn on the transmitter now. It beeps until it locks. Now it's locked. Okay, now we should have the only these. Notice that it has buttons on top here. These don't do anything. Okay, so we're gonna check the. I'll check the motor first. We're gonna do the throttle here. That works. Sounds pretty good too. Sounds pretty good. Okay, I'm going to spin it around here, and we'll check out the controls on the tail here. Okay, we'll do the elevators first. Okay, and then the rudder there, and that works. Okay, so everything is working good on this. Spin around again. That sounds pretty good. This thing can go. This thing can go. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off now. We're going to see how this goes. Like I said, I'm going to take it out this weekend, and I'll fly it around, and you're not going to miss a beat. It's going to be a few days from now, but it's going to be. I'm going to put this in the same video with this. So I'll talk to you later on the other side, and I think that covers about everything that I want to mention here. I got the battery life. I talked about the battery compartment, the controller. I think I got everything down. I think that's it. Okay, guys, we're outside. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There is a bit of a breeze. It's kind of hard to tell which way it's going because it seems to be swirling about a little bit. But I'm going to try to. I believe this is into the wind in this direction, so I'm going to give it a go. Get the battery in here. Turn it on. It is hooked up. Everything's ready. Motor works. We're all set to go, looks like. Let's give her a whirl. Tough little bastard, you gotta give it that. Alright. Going pretty good now. I'm still worried about the wind. Yee. Come on, baby. Come on. Alright, she seems to be doing okay. It is too windy here. I don't want to take her out too far or fly too much. Why break it? But yeah, not bad for a toy, you know? Fighting against the wind, you could see it. Oh! Yeah, it's just just get out too far. It's like it's swirling around these trees here. But you know what? I like it. I haven't flown. Actually, I did some math here and I checked a couple of things I did. It's actually been 10 years since I've flown, not 14, but I think it shows that I have not touched an RC airplane in over 10 years. So, but you know what? If you're not sure about what you're doing because so much time has passed or you've never flown a plane before, this is what you get. Okay guys, and that was the outdoor demonstration there. Like I said in the video, I had not flown in about 10 years. So that was my first experience in that time period flying an RC plane. I had never flown one this small before. I had two bigger ones, a Firebird and a Piper Cub. But I rarely flew those, and so flying this one was a pretty new experience for me. But you know what? It was fun to fly. And I did crash it a few times, but this little baby, I picked it right up and threw it in the air. It just kept on flying, no problem. I will say, if you are going to fly this, it is made out of styrofoam, so you do want to fly it over grass. You know, I'm assuming that only new RC flyers would buy this. This is not something, this is a toy really. This is not something that experienced RC flyers would buy or be interested in. But if you do buy this and you want to learn how to fly, you really should fly over grass. I wouldn't fly over pavement. I crashed this thing, you know, a few times, and it survived no problem. You know, it's got a couple of little dents and some missing little particles of styrofoam there, but I tossed it in the air and it went into the air no problem every time. A couple of the good things about it, it's number one, it's affordable. That's always nice. Cost me, I think, around 55 bucks. And it's durable. It's awful durable, which is handy for new people into the hobby. And it's actually pretty easy to fly. You know, like I said, I hadn't flown in 10 years, so it flew really good. And on the bad side, I don't want to call it bad. You can't really say it's a bad, but the con, I guess, or the minus, is that it is so light. The wind was kind of gusty in that field that I was flying, and it really just kind of took it away on me. Not so much flying away, but it would, if there was a downdraft or any kind of swirling wind like that, it would really take control of the craft. And I struggled at times to keep it in the air. And yeah, part of that was my lack of flying skills, but the other part was the wind just really took a hold of this little guy. And that's about it, really. A couple of tips there, and you know, fly it on the grass, and really just have fun with this. This is something to where you can learn how to fly just using this, and it's going to take a beating. You know, you're going to crash it a few times. I did. You know, not ashamed to admit it. You know, once you get back into something you haven't done in a while, you're going to make mistakes. But this little guy handled it no problem, and it's perfectly fine, and I can't wait to take it out again. So there you have it, the Cessna-182, aka the F949. Highly recommended for new RC plane flyers. It's a good trainer. I'm Bill Dusty. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a like, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.